Hi, here is the introduction of web3 aptos EX, which is the aptos SDK implemented in the Elixir programming language. I would like to use Livebook to show the functions of the aptos web3 aptos EX. Livebook is the interactive document in Elixir language, just like the Jupyter Notebook in Python. Okay, let us see the architecture diagram first. Okay, it's a little bit different from the other SDK. In the bottom is the provider, that's the transport layer. Okay, the second layer is the core layer, it including the basic functions such as the BCS, transaction builder, the cryptography about the aptos, okay, and the DSL to pass the smart contract. Okay, the third layer is the module layer. It's including the account manager to manage the account of the aptos, smart contract caller to interaction with the smart contract on aptos network, and the smart contract parser to pass the code of the smart contract and generate the caller smart contract caller code in multiple languages such as the JavaScript, such as the Python, such as the Elixir itself. The fourth level is the module that to call the important smart contract on aptos network, such as the coin module, such as the MoveDID module, MoveFlow module, and the developers can write their self caller module by the examples of these modules. On the top is the application examples that could use the web3 aptos EX SDK. Okay, the first one is the Livebook. It could help the Elixir developers or the Alan developers to interact with aptos network and aptos smart contract with the interactive document. Okay, and then the next is some toys such as the Move E2E tester that we released it a month before. Okay, and the other example is the background of backend of the applications. Okay, I will show the examples later. Okay, the last one is the web application based on a Phonics framework, which is a web framework based on the Elixir. Okay, here is the list, including the done things and the to-do things. Okay, the RPC implementation is done, the resource operation is done, okay, the transaction setter is done, and the chain interaction and the smart contract parser is released today. Okay, and the multiple code generator, as we just said, to generate TypeScript, Python, and Elixir code for the app the app is doing now. Okay, let's do the preparation for the running. Click here to start, and the notebook will install the web3 aptos EX with the newest version. So we can call the functions in the web3 aptos EX later. Okay, it is done. Then we could create the connection to the endpoint of aptos, including the test network, dev network, or the main network. Okay, and here we got a client struct. After that, we could create an account for the aptos here using the ED25519 algorithm for the account. Okay, click here, then we could generate the new account including the private key, the account, and the public key. Then we run this block. Okay, it do the things as following: get faucet for this account, just generated. Then load the account to make the more operation. Here are the source resource reader. Okay, it could get a resource by the resource path and get a resource by the resource type. Okay, and next we can read the items in table. Is command in the struct to make a table to save the key value pairs. Okay, and we can use the get table item function to get the tables from the struct. Okay, and here is the result that run by this function. Okay, here is the interaction with the smart contract, and here is the statement for the function in the smart contract. Okay, and we will generate the f, and after that we generate the payload by the f and the args, okay, including the type args and the normal args, and finally we submit the transaction. Okay, as we see, the transaction successfully submitted to the mainnet, to the testnet. The next function is the smart contract code parser, and it is the very amazing function that we just released. It could parse the smart contract code. It is the basis for the generating core codes for multiple language and the basis of the embedding for the smart contract to vector dataset to use for the AI program. Okay, and here is an example of the vector dataset of the code. Okay, let us do some code practice. Here is the payload about the smart contract. Okay, hello blockchain. It's the examples. Is a move example. Okay, and we parse it. Okay, it's the raw those results, so we should handle it more. Okay, we could see the smart contract are be sliced by the meaning. Okay, and we see it recognize the functions, the costs, the comments, the events. That's great. Thanks. That's all the things for the Web3 aptos EX now. But we will continue to work on this SDK and make it more cooler and more better.